what you advise then new migrants who are trying to get into Australia, that should they or they shouldn't? What's your recommendation?
So the thing is, in the early on when I moved, I always try to convince other people why you should come to Australia and make it your home. What I
Mm.
realized is that I was not necessarily convincing others. I was probably convincing myself why I should stay in Australia.
Mm.
And I realized that very early on that that a trip to Australia to move here is a very personal one. It works for some
Right.
people, it doesn't work for others. And for me to try to convince someone that this is the place to be, and then if it doesn't work out, then they're going to look at me and say that, oh, you told me so and now it's this way. So it's a very personal decision, but assuming there's someone who's decided that this is the place to be, right? uh, I think the thing is, I would like to the advice I would get is look at your journey as a stepping stone. Don't think that you need to hit bullseye in the first attempt. You've got a vision of where you want to go and where you want to achieve. The road going towards that vision might not be a straight road. It might involve taking a few turns here, left, right, everywhere to get to your vision. Do not ever forget that vision. Do not forget it. But keep in mind that your trip might not be a straight road. You might have some curves here and there. You might have to do different things and be prepared for that. Just persevere and keep focus, keep going towards that end goal. Try different things, be open, right? Remember, there's more than one way to skin a cat, so don't think that it has to be done this way to get there. It has to be done this way. Be ready. If you are a skill migrant, that means you have got a lot of experience behind you.
Yep.
One of the advice I would say is, be ready to unlearn, because some of your ideologies might not work here. So you got to
Mm.
probably unlearn some of the things and learn some new things,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Yeah.
Even like how they regard jobs here. I think in some of the lot of Asian, even the Indian community, we try to apply for jobs by getting a lot more qualifications. Say we put a few qualifications there, will get us a better chance. That is
Mm.
very true in our back home in our country, but not necessarily here, I feel. So it's
Yeah.
different ways. We just got to change our mindset in a lot of things. So be prepared to unlearn a few
Yeah.
things. Be ready to not necessarily put down anything that looks different from what you know, but try to accept things that are a bit different and try to understand why they are different. But try to get into playing that level field of Australia. It is different. It is different from our country. It's not going to have the same parameters of back in our country. It is going to be different. But if you try to apply the same parameters from our back country into this and try to force fit to make it work, it's not going to work. So you got to need to leave how to give and take. So that's probably the advice that I would give to people, that irrelevant of how experienced you are, we don't know everything. We don't know. And we got to keep learning. We got to keep learning, and we got to keep unlearning as well.